Do you know about Omar ibn al-Khattab, the second caliph and a senior companion of the Prophet Muhammad, known as al-Faruq, which means the one who distinguished between fair and not fair? Omar's personal strength and courage were well known among his contemporaries. He was often described as tall, physically imposing and strong, with a commanding presence. His reputation for strength was such that many of his enemies feared facing him in combat. His physical prowess was matched by his unwavering faith and determination, making him a formidable figure both before and after his conversion to Islam.
How Umar converted to Islam. Before converting to Islam, Omar was known for his fierce opposition to the new religion. In one incident, he set out with his sword, intending to kill the Prophet Muhammad. On his way, he learned that his sister Fatima and her husband had embraced Islam. Furious, he went to their house, and in a fit of rage, he struck his sister, causing her to bleed. However, when he saw her unwavering faith and determination, he was moved and decided to listen to the verses of the Quran she was reading. This event led to his conversion to Islam. The incident not only highlights his initial strength and ferocity, but also his subsequent transformation and strength of character.
Today, we bring you a collection of 20 inspiring quotes from Omar ibn al-Khattab, one of the most revered figures in Islamic history. Known for his wisdom, justice, and leadership, Omar's words continue to resonate and inspire people around the world. Join us as we explore these powerful quotes, each accompanied by the context in which they were said, to uncover the timeless lessons and insights from this remarkable caliph. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. 1. Take account of yourselves before you are taken to account. Weigh your deeds before they are weighed. Omar often said this to remind people of the importance of self-reflection and accountability, especially during his sermons. 2. No amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. This quote reflects Omar's wisdom about living in the present and focusing on actionable steps rather than dwelling on what cannot be changed. 3. Fear him whom you hate. Omar said this to warn against underestimating or disrespecting those one might consider an enemy, emphasizing the unpredictable nature of enmity. 4. Acquire knowledge and teach it to the people. Learn dignity and tranquility and live in them. Omar encouraged the pursuit of knowledge and the cultivation of personal virtues in his advice to the community and scholars. 5. I wish you knew what I have in my heart for you. You would be amazed. Omar expressed this sentiment to emphasize his deep care and concern for the people, especially when making difficult decisions that might not be immediately understood. 6. Sometimes the people with the worst past create the best future. Omar often spoke of the transformative power of faith and repentance, encouraging people to strive for a better future regardless of their past mistakes. 7. If you see any fault in me, correct it. If you see any goodness, spread it. Omar said this to his close companions and advisors, emphasizing his openness to criticism and desire for continuous improvement. 8. He who has faith has patience. This quote was often used by Omar to remind believers of the importance of patience as a virtue in the face of trials and tribulations. 9. Take refuge in God from the evil of the tongue, for the tongue is like a serpent. Omar frequently warned against the dangers of careless speech and the importance of speaking truthfully and kindly. 10. I have never regretted my silence. As for my speech, I have regretted it many times. Omar shared this personal reflection to highlight the value of thoughtful silence over impulsive speech. 11. There is no relationship between Allah and anyone except through obedience to Him. Omar emphasized this point during his sermons to remind people that their relationship with Allah is based on their obedience and adherence to His commands, not just their lineage or social status. 12. The best way to defeat someone is to beat him at politeness. Omar mentioned this in the context of dealing with adversaries and conflicts, stressing the power of politeness and good character in overcoming hostility. 13. I wish you knew what I have in my heart for you. You would be amazed. This quote was repeated in various situations where Umar wanted to express his genuine care and concern for the welfare of the people, especially when implementing policies that were initially met with resistance. 14. Learn knowledge and teach it to the people. Learn dignity and tranquility, and live by them. Omar often addressed this to scholars and students of knowledge, urging them to embody the virtues they learned and to share their knowledge with others. 15. Be dignified, honest, and truthful. Omar emphasized these values in his general advice to the Muslim community, particularly to those in positions of authority and responsibility. 16. If your heart is pure, your deeds will be pure. Omar used this quote to stress the importance of inner purity and sincerity, which naturally leads to righteous actions. 17. He who does not live in the way of his beliefs starts to believe in the way he lives. Omar mentioned this to highlight the danger of hypocrisy and the importance of aligning one's actions with their beliefs. 18. Whoever shows you your faults, he is your friend. Those that pay you lip service in praise are your executioners. Omar said this to emphasize the value of constructive criticism and the dangers of flattery, particularly in leadership and governance. 19. May Allah bless the man who says less and does more. This quote was often directed towards encouraging practical action and humility, rather than empty talk. 20. Let not your love be infatuation, and let not your hatred be destruction. Omar offered this advice to caution against extreme emotions, advocating for moderation in both love and hatred to maintain fairness and justice. These quotes, along with their contexts, provide deeper insight into Omar ibn al-Khattab's wisdom and his approach to leadership, faith, and personal conduct.
Subscribe to not miss our next videos. To know about some of the best people who ever lived. The knowledge of Muslim legacies.